Welcome back to Out of the Rough. I'm with Stu Blair. Stu Blair is with Principal Financial Group, and you're a financial advisor.
Correct.
And I'm excited to have you on the show because you're very involved in the community, very involved in the chamber, and very involved in Scouts.
Yes.
And you are the popcorn king, from what I understand.
One of the colonels here in town, yes.
Yes, I love it, love it. So let's just talk about what you do every day. You consult people on their retirement plan. Do you normally people have to pay a fee to get consultation? And tell me about that, the consultation.
For me, there is absolutely no fee to do a consultation. We want to put together a plan for you, and I want to make it as painless as possible. So in order for me to do what I do effectively, I want to be able to present that to you in such a way that you know what you're getting into before you have to spend a dime.
Okay, and that's very important that people understand that. And then normally people look at planning when something in their life happens. They have a child, they buy a new house, they get married, but it really needs to be reviewed once a year, where you're headed and get your roadmap.
Absolutely, and to a large degree, that's something that really sets me apart from other people. Is I want to do that review with you every year because things do happen: divorces, marriages, buying homes, things of that nature, changing jobs. You want to make sure you're doing that because here we're looking at a situation where you're going to retire at age 65. You're going to live to 85 or longer. That's what the statistics are today. That's your longest vacation, and people are taking more time to spend planning their vacations than the hour a year it's going to take to review their financial plan to make sure they are on track.
Now that's an interesting point. People spend more time planning out their vacation than they do planning out their life, and that's where they can sit down with you. But the other thing that's nice about it is they're out of their home, or sometimes you go to the house, but they're singularly focused on their retirement once a year. And I think that's an important thing to review. What are some of the most important things that people should look at in an advisor? What are some things you do for people that are really critical that people should be looking for?
You know, first of all, it's comfort for any individual advisor. We want you to be comfortable knowing that when we make a recommendation, it makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, we don't want you to do that. Secondly, do they have a plan for you? A written plan with me, you do your consultation. I'm going to give you a plan and say, this is what you're working for, and this is how you're going to be able to get to that next step. And if you're not getting that plan, why are you working in what's going to come? We got things out here in different places. We want to make sure you're on track. And finally, again, the most important part is that annual review. Make sure you're looking at your things once a year. Life insurance, once a year. Retirement plans, once a year. Make sure it's keeping up with your goals. Make sure that as you're getting older, you're adjusting with the changes that are going on in the environment, the economy, and just in general, your life.
Now, when I think of planning, I almost think of the high wire act. You know, the guys up on the high wire, and how do they stay up there? As they have a long pole, which is their aid, but they only make slight adjustments. They don't make a lot of radical adjustments, but you have to consistently and continuously make adjustments, or you're going to fall off that wire, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I can't say enough about keeping on top of your plan because the moment you lose track, the farther you lean over, the harder it is to right yourself again.
Yeah, and the further you're going to fall.
Yep.
And it normally starts with several things: retirement, 401k,
Yep.
and life insurance.
Life insurance, and I'd add a third, is disability as well, because that is your foundation. If you're not making an income, nobody else is. And if you become disabled, your bills are probably going to go up rather than down.
Yeah, and you know, interesting thing is I have disability insurance, and who's going to work if I can't? My wife's going to have to go back to work. Now, the job my wife does every day is something I couldn't possibly do. I mean, she really works. She wears many hats, and so disability insurance is really important to replace your income.
Absolutely, and my wife the same thing. If least of all managing me, but of course she's running the household with the kids. So if I'm not bringing an income of some sort, where's it going to come from? Yeah,
where's that going to come from? And Stu, you're with Principal Financial Group, very involved in the community with the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce. How can those watching this video get a hold of you?
You can reach me through my cell phone, which is also my business phone, 661-904-2031. You can also email me at stu@blairfs.com. That's STU@BLAIR, F as in Frank, S as in Sam.com.
And Make sure you buy popcorn from the Scouts.
Hey, anybody who's out there, you see the Scouts at the stores, support them. If you're in Canadian country, likely it'll be mine, but any place, support them. We'd really appreciate it.
Good. Thank you
All right,
very much for
thank
coming
you.
in. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you, Fred.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Out of the Rough. And if you'd like to watch these online, go to scvtv.com or fredarnold.com. If you'd like to shoot me a question or like to be on our show or have someone you'd recommend for the show, email me, fred@fredarnold.com. Hope this show helps get you out of the rough and into success, both personally and financially. Take care until we talk again.